17 years ago, Chadwick Boseman graduated from Howard University, and for the first time, he returned last month for the screening of the movie Marshall. I was moderating the Q&A with him and Reginald Hudlin, and here you go.
First off, we were backstage, and every 5 minutes, y'all shouted, y'all were laughing, y'all reacting, and Rick was like, "What are they doing?" I'm like, "Oh, they're watching the movie." How's y'all like Marshall?
Explain to folks why this is called Marshall.
Thurgood is the lawman, and the lawman rides into town, and he brings justice with him. And, you know, he handles his business, and he goes on to the next town. If you're making a movie with Thurgood Marshall in it, the star of the movie is Thurgood Marshall. And we're going to call it Marshall because that's what he is. He's the marshal who comes to town.
You know, the script came to me with, like, the stamp, you need to read this, right? And I didn't want to read it because it was about a real person, and I've already done that. But I knew Reggie, and so that got me to the point where I was like, I'm engaged. Once I read it, it had something special about it. And for me, that thing was the fact that he's gagged. Like, I thought when I'm reading, oh, they want me to play Thurgood Marshall, I'm gonna have like all these like long courtroom speeches that you always get when you play an attorney, and then I get to a certain point and I'm like, wait a minute, I don't get to talk. But I kept reading, and I understood that, you know, it's like being a boxer and have your arms tied behind your back. That's a challenge. Now how are we gonna deal with that?
I need a partner who the jury can relate to.
Sam Friedman.
Good to meet you, Sam. Hey, give me a hand with these, would you?
What have you got in here? Cement?
Guns.
Books, Mr. Friedman.
Who's going to follow in their footsteps? All right. What you saying, Roland?
Was their reaction? See, you're getting old. You forgot the question.
Look,
Was that the reaction when you thought, when you want to make this film, to visualize that type of response when those final credits rolled up, how they responded?
Honestly, it was bigger than I expected, and you guys just really you made my night, you made my week just now because
Before he even saw you.
No, I mean, yeah, just your response to the movie because you get it. You got it on every level, and I really appreciate you, and I'm grateful for the love because you know you make a movie with blood. You know, you put your blood, sweat, and tears in it, and you put it out there, and you hope people respond to it the way you all did. So, look, as far as I'm concerned, I'm a success because of what just happened tonight. So thank you.
Neither of them have been telling us the truth.
He attacked me.
I'd advise him to accept the deal.
You lied in a sworn statement. Why would you do that?
Why'd I lie? Because the truth gets me killed.
Tell them about the meeting you had with the Chinese investors who said, sure.
Now, my entire career, which is longer than all of your lives, is I have been told that black films don't travel overseas. Now, I know that was a lie, but I've been told it over and over again. So I said, wait, you're going to say there's Chinese investors who are going to pay for a movie about a black man in 1940 fighting for racial justice? And you know what? I met with them. I talked, the translator translated. They talked, the translator translated again. We shook hands. I walked away. I said, I don't know what just happened. But it seemed they were smiling. The money was in the bank.
I don't know if there's any more black historical figures you cannot play. James Brown, Jackie Robinson, you played a light-skinned Thurgood Marshall. Reggie said all the light-skinned actors in Hollywood mad as hell. They like, that was the one movie we had.
It's Reggie's fault. It's not my fault.
They are mad.
So, Taylor, talk about the fact that, again, if you take Jackie Robinson, you take James Brown, Thurgood Marshall is, and you'll be in Black Panther when he gets movies in 2018, but Thurgood Marshall is a real-life superhero.
He was dealing with the same thing superheroes deal with. How can I save as many people as possible from disaster? And that's a superhero concept. How do I deal with time and space in a way that is not actually human? It's superhuman.
Could you talk about the challenges of drastically changing your appearance and what you did for this movie?
That's just part of, in some cases, it's just part of playing, of going through the process. For me, it usually is some sort of physical change, gaining weight, you know, changing your hair, changing your athleticism, whatever it is. I enjoy doing that process.
Weekdays on TV One.
I will never lie to you.
Oh my God.
Roland Martin.
He doesn't want to talk to us. He wants to ignore us.
Uncensored.
Hell no. That ain't gonna cut it, boo.
Unapologetic.
No, that is fundamentally false. You are wrong.
Unfiltered.
He wants an America where we all look alike. He ain't talking about black people.
Unrelenting.
You better go work out, because you got a fight on your hands.
NewsOne Now with Roland Martin. Weekdays at 7 a.m. on TV One.